I'm not saying that if they cast me in the Bachelor as the Bachelor, all the problems of including us, people with disabilities, are going to be resolved. I'm just saying that I worked with UN, I had my NGO, I worked in a political party, and I I just don't see the harm of trying me to get casted as the bachelor in Bulgaria. So in this video, I'm going to make it Bulgarian and international as well. I'm trying to explain more things because I have people with disabilities and people without disabilities all across the world. I worked with them, I'm friends with a lot of them, so I'm trying to weave in a couple of contexts here, so hear me out. I know that some of the things I'm going to say are going to sound outrageous to people with disabilities from the UK and the USA, especially. So, for that, please be calmer than usual. I know you can be very explosive in your context, but be aware that we are not all living in the UK and the USA. Our contexts are not the same. So here we go. I'm legally blind. I am obliged to say that for again the same public, the USA and the UK, because currently my vision is around 1.5%, which means that in during the day when I walk up in a room, I can see generally where the light is coming from. Is it from the window? Where nearly is the window? And that maybe in the corridor it's a little darker, but in the room it's a little lighter. I can see that. I cannot distinguish shapes. I see like general random blobs of colors. I usually don't see shapes and stuff like this. And it started happening in the summer when I turned from 14 to 15, because before that I used to paint, I used to train soccer or football, and I was quite visual and quite active. And in this summer, suddenly, my the different diseases that I had in my ears, in my eyes, suddenly converged, and I lost a lot of vision back then. Currently, I'm 32. But in the same time, when I lost my vision, my parents suggested me to combine the physical aspect of playing football with the visual aspect of painting by assigning me to classes in acting. I know it sounds ridiculous, but for my head and for my circumstances here in Bulgaria, it actually worked. It helped me preserve the visual way of thinking, of spaces, of colors, of shades, of everything else. A couple of years later, let's say I was, I think, 24, so roughly 10 years later, I went in photography because I needed to create visual stuff. You know, acting was all fine. I got a lot of prizes. I got a lot of chances to play here in Bulgaria and in international things. I got in drama theater. I had a solo how it's said in English, like solo theatrical play, which was written by me, co-directed by me, as I was the co-director, and I produced it. It was in a puppet theater because puppet theater gave me the most in my acting, and it continues to give me a lot. Like I owe it a lot. So then after me getting to acting, I started writing, and writing brought me to a reality show back then in 2015, 2015, I think. It was on the Bulgarian national TV. It was originally an Italian format in which you are applying with the manuscript for your first book, for your first novel book. And I had this and I applied. So it was a reality show, but it was about writing, and the main prize was the contract with one of the big publishing houses here in Bulgaria for your first novel book. And I performed quite well, if I should say. I think I ended on I think fourth or fifth place or something like this, out of more than 400 people who applied to all of that. And in the format we got accepted like 30 people. So yeah, it wasn't quite bad. It wasn't quite something outstanding, but for me it was quite changing because I saw that I can do professionally media stuff. And from that time on I continued creating. I had a TV host type of thing in a bigger show which was about culture. Mine was about theater, obviously, and I was a host of my TV rubric, so it felt incredible. Then I went on writing into different outlets, then into a satirical outlet, then in one of the medias which I admired since I was a child. So basically, this was the first privately owned and with a national cover Bulgarian independent radio, business radio. And I got a show then in it about fake news and disinformation. And as a psychologist who is all the time intrigued by how we are functioning in internet and in digital spaces, I was quite happy that first I have the possibility to work in these circumstances, and I have the chance of creating content about disinformation and bad information and FIMI and yeah, quite a lot of stuff like this. So what I want to say is that even though I am a blind person, I had quite a lot of media experience and quite a lot of visual experience. And because I'm currently gearing up for my first exhibition, photography exhibition, because from the time I was painting, I already had, I think, 5 or 6 exhibitions, but back when I was a kid, basically from 11 till 14. And I got invited into an art school based off me attending different exhibitions. And one of the directors of the art schools in Bulgaria, they invited me without an exam because they see how I'm painting. But I had to resign and to not accept this invitation because I knew that eventually I'm going to lose a lot of my vision. And well, now at 32, I'm gearing up for my first exhibition. I'm running an app studio which is currently in its R&D phase. We have a couple of outstanding angel investors. I'm very thankful and very happy because of our investors and because of my incredible team who stood behind me at all times. So we are trying to create an app studio where accessibility comes way much further in the process than the traditional art studios which are happening currently. And my freshest and my most friendly to fast exhibition, fast ex I don't know how to phrase it better. More ready for market idea is a PR agency where I'm building the accessibility layer together with the regular PR layer for all my other clients. Which means that yes, we are creating your story, your brand story, your regular PR stuff, but on top of that, we are thinking about accessibility and about the fact that people with different disabilities are upwards of 15% of people with disabilities in the world. So no one basically pays a lot of attention to that. And that can be your huge benefit, whatever you are doing. And yeah, so my thinking is coming from here that currently I'm concentrated on accessibility, and because previously I had the chance of working with United Nations and with UNICEF, with their central offices in New York, with their local offices in Geneva, I am not tired, but I think I don't want to bother anymore with simple awareness raising campaigns. And currently, I'm in that phase of my life where I'm searching for a partner. I'm not that ready to search it right now, right at the moment. I need a woman. I need her now and nothing else. Because obviously I'm working on my PR agency because I recently acquired my first client and my first B2B partner. And I'm quite stoked that finally something is happening, something with accessibility at the core of it is happening. So even if the bachelor in Bulgaria invite me to attend in the bachelor, I don't think it's going to be a lost time. I'm not going to treat it as oh they want to monetize from me, they want to pity me and stuff like this, because the circumstances in Bulgaria are so dire for us people with disabilities. People are lecturing us left, right, and center that we have to be more robust, more resilient. We have to be more grateful. We have to be more positive. We have to trust more in God. We have to pray more. We have to trust more in societies. We have to be more positive. We shouldn't complain publicly because a lot of people are looking at that. You know, such stuff that you, especially if you are in the UK and the USA, people with disabilities faced those things back in the 50s. You are quite past that, luckily for you. And even if you start to judge me, then well, it's lucky that you are not obliged to look at such options and be happy and shush. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that, for instance, in Bulgaria, quite a lot, people are asking me, Dilian, why are you so hesitant to, make your hands stick more so it's more easier to shake it when we are greeting each other? And I'm trying and trying and trying to understand that with time and with me touching and grabbing people with not the right places, I taught myself not to extend my hand like crazy so that it looks visually normal, because I don't feel comfortable in myself. And I want to illustrate this in The Bachelor. Me scraping some roses against different parts of the bachelorettes who are invited there, so people can actually see themselves that it's not quite practical. I can stick my hand as far as possible in front of me, but it creates unsafe circumstances. And people in Bulgaria, trust me, they need to see it again and again and again and again for 3 months. I think we are going to do way much than whatever is that we are achieving with all awareness campaigns about the rights of people with disabilities. Second thing, people are constantly saying to me, "Oh, in dynamic social settings, you look like you are not that happy to see us. You are not that engaged. You don't like stuff." Um, Recently, I had a situation where I was waiting for an interview in front of the national TV of Bulgaria, and I was in a cafe with one of my assistants. This person works in a TV. He is a director. He's enamored by cameras in his free time as well. And I have a 360 camera, which was functioning poorly. And I wanted to use him the downtime that we had before the interview so that we can fix that thing. And right at that moment, a person that I tried to work with, and we fell apart because we have different paths of life. They decided to greet me. I greeted them, but very shortly, very briefly, and I sat down and continue working on the camera setup and trying to make it work again, because I'm a blind person who is trying to create visual content, and I need my camera more than I need random interactions with people at random places. And on top of that, that person was with me for 2 hours at that space, and I was quite shocked that they spent 2 hours without actually telling to me that this is them. And yeah, so whatever. What I'm trying to say is that when we are trying to solve something which is around our accessibility and you are interrupting us, or the setting is too intensive and you are trying to interrupt us, yeah, we are going to look not happy and we are going to be overwhelmed. And this needs to be shown to people, because they trust that we are lazy people, that we are moody people. No, we are with a disability that we have to work around constantly, that because a lot of things are not accessible. And this needs to be shown, obviously, because people are not trusting us and they're constantly asking from us more and more positivity, more time, more proactive behavior, more and more, from a place that often you feel that it's empty. It's even more than empty. It's a vacuum already. It sucks you in. And people still demand more, be more positive, be more. Yeah, I will be eventually when when they ask me to attend in the bachelor. And the third thing, again, it's around this placing people around you and making gestures. People are telling me, when we hug, you are not hugging back always. Well, what's happening? Are you not comfortable? No. When I'm in a place where I don't know how it sounds, and I'm not that aware of how you are looking like, I have no clear way to distinct how your body is shaped. Are you with a bag across your side? Are you with something fluffy that my hands may grab or untangle, or do something strange? Is your hair, pulled down or something and I need to be careful? Are you with makeup and I need to be more careful so that I don't touch you? Are you wearing a coffee mug or something to drink? And again, this hesitancy from me came from a lot of discomfortable experiences previously of me spilling things, me touching people inappropriately. And yes, I'm happy to see you. It's just that I'm not aware of where you are and how you are dressed and how I am okay to hug you. Okay? And as a final thing, it's not a full thing, it's an overarching topic of how that clip and how that problem of current society, I believe. Now I'm not talking only about Bulgaria, which is obviously like 60 years backwards. It's the fact that quite a lot of people with disabilities don't have the chance of having social experience. And not having social experience needs to be shown, because I had relationships. I'm quite blessed to have colleagues. I'm quite happy to have work experiences and friends and partners from all across the ages, all across the disability board all across the people without disability all across the globe. I'm quite a happy person in that circumstance. But quite a lot of people don't have this type of social experiences. And me, I am currently in this phase where I'm trying to establish a first business of mine where I'm giving work, I'm creating work for people without disabilities, and I'm seeing that I have people around me who are without disabilities, who are much younger than me, and who have quite a lot more social experience, and who are happy to share it with me, and I can teach it from learn it. I can learn it from them. And this is a thing which prevents people with disabilities gathering social experience, because it's quite uncomfortable saying to younger people or to other people generally that, look, I don't have that many relationships or friends or stuff like this. I need to learn. I don't have experiences meeting random people at random places. I don't have experience delegating things to other people. I need to learn it. Can you teach me? Because, yeah. So these things, I tried to create projects about them. I tried to push policies about them. I tried everything because I'm a PhD in psychology as well. I did quite a lot. And I'm in this point where I'm thinking to myself, wait, maybe me attending the bachelor in Bulgaria is going to do more for the inclusion of people with disabilities by showing our actual limitations and by our actual abilities to different people who are assuming things about us constantly. This is going to be more helpful for our inclusion than five ministers of social affairs and 50 awareness raise campaigns. Like, share, and comment, please.